Thank you. Court does call the case of the people versus John Funch.
Yeah, this is John Funch.
Good afternoon, this is Public Defender Mr. Funch. Your Honor, today's date and time set for sentencing. We do ask that you adopt the recommendation, and we did do the pre-sentence report and find it accurate.
All right. Sir, is there anything you want to say before I impose sentence?
Yeah, I'm sorry I did this. It was stupid and it will not happen again. I do apologize to you and the court.
Sentence of the court, $480 fines and court costs. When can you pay that, sir?
If you can give me 2 weeks, that'll be sufficient.
All right. Pay it then by December or November 7th,
Okay,
2025. I'll order 93 days in jail, credit 1, balance suspended. All
Thank
right,
you.
thank you.
have a good day.
You too. Court calls the case, people versus Jennifer Gray.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Gray is Your Honor.
I don't see her.
So Your Honor, the only explanation I can offer for her failure to appear is that we've been reaching out to her this week, and I personally tried multiple times as well. Every time I try to reach her, I immediately receive a message that says voicemail box not set up yet. I did send her a text with a Zoom information request for a call, but didn't hear back. I do not have an email address for her. I do know she is 70 years old. I don't have any further explanation outside of that in the voicemail box situation. For her failure to appear, I really can't represent where she is, but for the record, I request an adjournment.
So when was the last time you had any contact with her?
I have not, Your Honor. I was not the attorney who handled her plea at the PCC stage.
Got it.
And I guess what I can say is there was a note in the file by a previous attorney that Ms. Gray typically shows up to court. However, there were a couple of times where she showed up to court without speaking to us ahead of time. I was hoping and half expecting that might happen today. However, did not. I don't have a further explanation for her failure to appear.
I am Teresa Clare on behalf of probation. Your Honor, I cannot explain why Ms. Gray is not here. I know that I have spoken with her. We did adjourn her sentencing because she was hospitalized. She had a medical issue. And I know that she was hospitalized for about 17 days. She does live in Houghton Lake. And she typically drives down here for court hearings because she's not very good with Zoom. And so, I can't explain it. I would not be opposed if the court is willing to do an adjournment.
That's what I was leaning toward. So I'll adjourn this. The 12th is my next sentencing.
Yes.
So what I will do is I'll adjourn this out to November 12th, 2025, 9 a.m. Let's see if we can figure out what's going on.
Thank you very much.
Court does call the case people versus Anthony Williams.
Good afternoon, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Kearney on behalf of Mr. Williams. Your Honor, I did attempt to contact Mr. Williams multiple times. He's not present in the courtroom. I have no explanation for his failure to appear.
And Teresa Clare on behalf of probation. Your Honor, Mr. Williams was scheduled before the court today for a violation of probation. He is not compliant with the terms ordered by the court. Given he is also not here, probation is requesting a bench warrant.
Bench warrant will issue for defendant's failure to appear. Bond is set in the amount of $25,000 cash surety. That warrant will issue immediately. Court calls case people versus Jeremy Huber.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Pate with it on behalf of Mr. Huber, who is present via Zoom. Sir, can you please unmute and state your name for the court? Mr. Huber, I think you accidentally hit the flip your camera button instead of the microphone.
I did. Oh, I did. Okay. There we are.
Okay, state your name, sir.
Jeremy Huber.
All right.
Teresa Claire on behalf of probation. Your Honor, Mr. Huber is scheduled before the court today for a violation of probation hearing. As the court can see, this case is very old. It's from 2008. Mr. Huber is in violation of the terms ordered by the court in that he owes a balance of $3,310. Actually, Your Honor, I take that back. His balance now is $3,000. He did make the $310 payment today that probation is recommending. He had failed to report to probation as directed. There was no proof that he completed treatment or the terms that was ordered by this court. He also did pick up a new criminal conviction, a controlled substance, deliver manufacturer ×2. He was sentenced to prison on that. He went to boot camp or the SAI program. He was in custody for that program July 23rd of 25. I'm sorry, of 24.
24.
Yeah, through March. Given, and while he was in prison, he participated in substance abuse programming and completed that. He is now on parole supervision and will remain on parole supervision until September. At this time, given the age of the case and his jail time that he served and his treatment completion, probation is recommending 240 days in jail with credit for 240 days served for the violations to date, that the court waive the remaining terms, accept his financial obligations, and discharge him from probation without improvement. Additionally, probation is recommending the 310 payment, which he did make this morning, and refer the remaining balance to collections.
Thank you, Your Honor. I did discuss this with Mr. Huber. He does admit to the violations of probation and asked that the court adopt probation's recommendation. And I did, not that it matters, but I did confirm too that he did pay that 310 already this morning.
All right. Mr. Huber, anything you want to tell the court?
Your Honor, good morning. I went to the Harbor Hall Treatment Center in Petoskey, completed 30 days there and went through a 1016 treatment program, completed that there also, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Very good. What I will do is kind of close this out for you. 240 days in jail, credit 240 days served for the violations to date. I'm going to waive the remaining terms, accept the financial obligations. I'll discharge you from probation without improvement. You did pay the $310 that has been paid. The remaining balance I will refer to collections. All right, sir?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Court does call the case, People versus Rex Jenkins.
The assistant public defender Natalie paid for Mr. Jenkins, who I do not believe is present, Your Honor. He is incarcerated in Ohio, to my understanding.
Really?
He is, Your Honor. I did confirm that he is serving time in the Northeast Ohio Correctional Facility.
So what do we want to do on this then?
Your Honor, I guess at this point, I would ask if we could just adjourn it, and maybe a writ can be done so they can have to be present. There is restitution.
That's
That's an issue. I have spoken with family members who indicated that they could have that part taken care of. So that's
Maybe
part of my
we could
recommendation, that be taken care of. And so I factored that in my recommendation. So if we could just do a short adjournment and I can try to get.
All right. I'll adjourn it to November 12th, 2025, 9 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you. Court does call the case, People versus Abdullah Kafaji. Oh, there he is.
An assistant public defender Natalie Pate with and on behalf of Mr. Kafaji, who is present via Zoom. Sir, can you please state your name for the court? Oh, and also remove your hat for court, please.
Abdullah Al-Kafaji.
Oh, I can't even.
I think that, yeah, that's a baseball hat. He needs to take it off. It's not what I thought it was.
Sorry.
Your counsel asked you to remove your hat. You're in a court proceeding.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Thank
Good
you.
afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon.
Thank you, Your Honor. Today is the date and time set for sentencing. I have had the opportunity to review both the assessment and then discuss and review the recommendation for sentencing with my client. We are asking that the court adopt the recommendation. And I I do just want to add, working with Mr. Kafaji has been very, very good. He's been very communicative with me, the way he handles his responsibilities. And I know he's been very busy. He works a couple jobs right now. He has a lot on his plate, but not only has he been very responsible and communicative with me, he's been frankly a pleasure to work with. So I did want to say that on his behalf, but ultimately we are requesting that the court adopt probation's recommendation.
All right. Sir, anything you want me to say before or want to say to me before I impose sentence?
Yeah, I just want to say, I'm sorry for the choice I made, Your Honor. It wasn't the right choice, and I know I disappointed a lot of people in my life, and I should have not done that because I was putting other people's life in danger as well as mine. And I also do want to thank you again, and I do want to thank Public Defender Natalie because she's also helped me a lot through this. So I just want to thank her again. So thank you guys. I appreciate it. And yeah.
Okay. The court does acknowledge this is not a serious misdemeanor as defined by statute. However, it does believe there are reasonable grounds to depart from the presumption of a non-probationary sentence. The alcohol screening assessment identifies the benefit of alcohol education, attendance at AA meetings for 60 days, and continued abstinence from all intoxicants. Therefore, the court will follow the recommendation of probation for a probationary sentence with the stated rehabilitative goals to promote change, prevent recidivism, and to monitor compliance of recommended treatment. It's the sentence of the court. I'll place you on probation for a period of 9 months. You're to pay $855 fines and court costs, $100 prosecution recovery costs, $100 police agency recovery costs, $270 probation oversight fees. When can you get that paid, sir?
To be honest, Your Honor, I kind of have a lot to pay right now on my place. So can I get on a payment plan or something? Because
Do you have anything you can get paid on this today?
no, Your Honor. Sorry about that.
We'll do a payment plan as arranged by probation, but don't have them bring you back in here because you haven't paid. You need to talk
Okay.
with them and get that arranged. Do you understand that?
Sounds good.
There's to be no use of alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal drug. You'll be subject to random testing as requested by probation. You are to complete the alcohol highway safety education program. You're to attend 1A meeting per week for a period of 60 days with monthly verification to probation. You're to provide proof of victims impact panel attendance to probation. I will at this time discontinue the sober link. I'll order 93 days in jail. Credit 1, the balance is suspended.
Okay, thank you so much, Your Honor.
All right.
Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kafaji.
Thank you, Natalie. Have a good one. Thank you, guys.
Court does call the case, People versus Tierra Peters.
I apologize for that, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Natalie Pate with and on behalf of Ms. Peterson, who is present via Zoom. Ma'am, can you please unmute and state your name for the court?
Yes, Tyra Peterson.
Thank you, Your Honor. Today's the date and time set for sentencing. I have had the opportunity to review both pre-sentence investigation report and recommendation with Ms. Peterson. We have no changes or corrections to the report. And as to the recommendation, we are asking that the court adopt it. I did speak regarding that $500 payment, when she could pay that. Ms. Peterson is she did, as Your Honor, of course, has read the report, does receive some government assistance and does have a young child. She is asking if the court would allow her to make that payment in full by February. So I would be making that request if she'd be given that time to pay that.
All right. Ma'am, is there anything you want to say to the court before I do impose sentence?
No, sir.
Sentence of the court, $500 fines and court costs. That should be paid by February 28, 2026. 365 days in jail. Credit 2, the balance is suspended. All right. Thank you.
Thank
I'm
you.
really sorry, Your Honor. What was that pay by date you gave?
Really, you
I
want me
didn't
to say it again out loud?
Yes,
Never have done that before.
I know. I'm
I've never-
sorry.
Now you want me to repeat it?
Yes, because I did
No,
write it down.
I think
It's
you
my
just want me to
incompetence.
repeat it so that when somebody else comes up here, you can try to throw that in my face. You want me to just,
No, I'd actually do it the opposite way if I was trying
yo,
to be.
Miss Peterson, did
Yes.
you get the date?
Yes, I did.
Can you text
So,
me,
no,
Miss
so
Peterson?
we got it. We don't need you. Okay, I'll say it out loud. February 28th, 2026.
Now I feel really bad. I missed it. That's my sister's birthday.
Well, you should feel bad because you asked me for February.
Sorry.
Miss Peterson, didn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then what date? She just wanted me to say it out loud again. Anyway, okay, that's fine.
Thanks, Miss Peterson.
Thank
Miss
you.
Peterson, you take care of yourself.
You too. Thank you so much.
Court does call the case. People versus Mira South.
Good afternoon, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Perny on behalf of Miss South, South State.
Really? No, say that 10 times. No, go ahead.
South State.
Myra South.
Thank you.
Thank you. Your Honor, today's the date and time for set for sentencing. However, Miss South did not complete her PSI appointment. I think honestly, it was
Ma'am.
So sorry. I apologize.
the attorney at PCC. I don't think this information was really explained to her fully, whoever that was, but
Whoever that was, you mean under the bus you just drove? Go ahead.
additionally, Miss South.
I don't know who I hit. What the? Go ahead.
I really don't know who it was.
No,
so
no,
it's
I know.
anonymous person to me. Miss South's phone was stolen a few weeks ago. So when I tried to get in touch with her and Miss Pilar tried to get in touch with her, we could not do so because her phone was stolen. She also can't access her email. So we've had no contact with her, but she did
Sounds
show
like
up
a bad
today.
country song, but go ahead.
Terrible. Terrible.
So we did speak with Miss Pilara. I think the plan is to complete it today, actually, because Miss South works 2 jobs, and she took the rest of the day off to be here in court. So I'd ask that the court adjourn the sentencing and consider waiving the re-referral fee, given all of that.
Really?
I will say Miss South during this instance was
What?
homeless. She's now working a job overnight and then works another job during the day.
That's why I don't do nice things. Go ahead.
She's really trying to, make all of this work. It seems like she's working really hard at that. So I'd ask the court to consider that.
So why don't we get the 75 to be paid by the person who ran the bus over? If they're the reason.
I
Does that
can't,
make sense?
I can't
That
sign
sounds
them
to me
up
like
for
Jeff-
that. I can't sign that up for them. I can't sign them up for that. I'll pay it. Maybe. My husband wouldn't be happy, but.
I'll re-refer to defendant to probation for PSI. Said she can do it today, or this is set for Friday, but you're gonna try to do it today.
Your Honor, I did indicate to her that I would do it as soon as we're done with court today.
Wow.
I know, she got
You know.
lucky.
I mean, anyway, never mind. Wow, everybody's being so kind today.
Thank you.
I'll order that it's set for the 24th at 1 p.m., but if you guys get it done today, we're good, in person. I'll adjourn our sentencing to November 12th, 2025, 9 a.m. I'll waive the 75. Whoa, don't look like you did anything. Wait, what?
Thank you.
I feel happy with that. My one good deed.
Thank
Okay, you felt happy, but you didn't have to go, yeah.
I'll act more humble.
Like you just won the national championship or something. Fine, all right.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Get that to her and then I'll see you 1:30.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
All right. Court does call the case People versus Robert Greenshields.
Good morning, Rob Jacob on behalf of Mr. Greenshield.
I'm gonna refer him. The county jail up there did not sign in.
Okay.
But those are all the people with her? Or the whole family.
I didn't realize that.
Nice.
I didn't know who they all were.
I didn't either,
That's nice.
but somebody had $75. See? All right. Mr. Kilowald, they